Hi everyone. My name is Vanessa Jimerson. I am located in Fairbanks, Alaska. I'm on the west side of Fairbanks over by Chena Ridge and the airport. So these observations were made, I did mine over 5 days from February 5th to the 10th. And I always did mine in the late evening, so around 6 to 8 p.m. And the location of the National Weather Station in Fairbanks is at the airport. So I'm really close to it. So that is really nice. Actually, let me go back to this one. So over the week, I remember, well, going off of my worksheet 2 from Unit 4, the cloud cover was very light and kind of scattered, but there was always clouds all over the sky. Um, and I think going off of my little brochure with the clouds, different kind of clouds, I thought they looked a lot like the stratocumulus clouds. They're really light gray, light white color, and they kind of reminded me of like zebra stripes in the sky or like ripply, just spread out clouds. And the sun was still able to shine through them. There was no precipitation from the 5th to the 10th in Fairbanks, except on the night of the 8th at like 8 p.m. It started getting really windy and it snowed. Um, right before it snowed on the 8th, there was really thick clouds late at night, and I'm assuming since it was dark out and it didn't start getting windy, like it was about to snow, I couldn't really see the clouds late at night. So I wasn't able to use my uh, little cloud brochure on those clouds. But also over this 5 day period, the maximum temperature on my thermometer read 24 degrees and the minimum was -1, which matched almost perfectly with the weather station at Fairbanks Airport. Maybe it's because I'm so close to the airport, so that was relieving. That my stuff is obviously working correctly. And then the last thing I noticed, I was trying to think of anything unusual, but I guess it would get pretty cold at night, like maybe in the like -5 or so every night. But then in the daytime, it would get like 20 degrees. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's the usual: cold at night, warm in the daytime. So for the next slide, um, this is the air temperature. My station compared to the weather stations. And like I said, it goes right. I was so relieved when I saw this. It lines up perfectly, I mean, almost perfectly with what my results said. Sorry, I guess I should have showed this slide before. But yeah, I was very relieved to see that mine matched the weather stations. So on to pressure. So for the pressure, I'm gonna read off some of the numbers that I got from just the 5th to the 10th, not the entire week. But my weather station said 1,016 for the 5th. The 6th was 1,023. The 7th was 1,026. The 8th was 1,035. The 9th was 1,026, and then the 10th was 1,015. And again, those are what my weather station outside of my apartment said. The barometer out there. Luckily, again, I think my pressure, matches up pretty well with the Fairbanks weather station. which I'm very glad because sometimes it has been challenging for me to use uh, the barometer. So I'm glad I'm, getting the hang of it. Um, let's see. What else? Maybe it's because I'm not up in the hills at Chena Ridge. I'm right at the bottom of Chena Ridge, so that's pretty much the same level ground as the Fairbanks Airport, and I'm only about a mile away from the airport where the weather station is. So maybe that's why my stuff is, accurate with what the station says. Um, so on to these. I wasn't sure how to show these. I kind of did it like this for sake of video time. So let me try to go over. So I did, as you can see, there's 6 photos here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I try to make them in order. So this one right here is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Yeah, there's probably a better way I could have shown these, but I'm trying. Okay, let's just move that over. So here's the 5th. So this is Alaska. It's kind of hard to see with all this stuff going on, but I think I'm about right here in Fairbanks. So on the 5th, it says it was snowing by this teal blob right here, but I don't remember it snowing on the 5th. And then over here is the 6th. So one thing that I can say is that there's a lot going on the coasts of Alaska. A lot of things look like they're changing, but the interior where I'm at is staying the same in almost every photo here. Let's go down to the 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th. Let's see, where am I? It's hard to see this. So I think I'm right here again. And in every one, Fairbanks is kind of just gray. So, and I think that goes along perfectly with my weather observations because that week really just, zoom out here. That week really just stayed the same in temperature. Like there was no rapid decrease or increase in temperature. It was kind of like the nights were, like -5, like I said, and the daytime would get like 18 above. So it was very just regular weather. And I think in these, that shows. The only thing that I am confused about is right here. It said it snowed on the 5th, but I don't remember that. But, maybe it did. Or maybe this is kind of hard to look at this map. So maybe this is a little bit above Fairbanks. Could be different reasons. But yeah, Fairbanks just kind of had a happy medium thing going on this week. Just some regular normal temperature, better than 20 below, can't complain. I was trying to also think of anything crazy or, super cool that was happening with the weather, like rainbows. And I didn't see anything really interesting like that. Again, it was just kind of a plain week. Nothing crazy happened. I definitely had some challenges with using the National Weather Station pages, their website, because I've never observed weather before, but it was fun learning and trying to see what all these lines mean and what they're trying to say about the weather. So it's really, once you start kind of understanding it and putting it together, it can be very interesting. So yeah, I hope you guys had as much fun as I did doing this week's unit. So thanks, guys.